Good morning to the principals, teachers and my dear students. As you are aware of Commissioner of College Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Mana TV cell is giving live telecast on special programs in every month. In particular, every month with academic cell members, one special program is going to be telecasted live. Last month we have taken up the program on NAC, and this month today we are taking up a special live program on CBCS, and in future we are going to give such type of live programs on autonomous colleges, RUSA and knowledge mission and various programs conducted and launched by the Government of India, Government of Andhra Pradesh and initiatives of the CCE. And in this connection, today we are going to enlighten our teachers, principals and the students about the CBCS. As talking about the higher education system in India, post independence, the higher education was given an importance in the first 1949 by the Radhakrishnan committee, and after that many more committees have come up. These are the landmarks of the higher education system. In 1964, that is nearly after 25 years, Kothari Commission has given some suggestions to improve the quality and excellence in higher education institutions. And after that, in 1986, national policy on education has come up, and the 1990 is named as the decade of quality. As you are aware that without quality nothing will come out, even excellence. So, the Government of India and the state governments also made a concentration, and they want to try to improve the quality not only in the infrastructure, what not the quality of the teachers in the higher education system. And after that academic audit has been taken up by the UGC, and after that in 1994 NAC is established to find out to improve the quality of the higher units and institutions in the higher education system. And as you know that in 2000s as the affiliating universities, more number of colleges are affiliated. So, to reduce the number of affiliate colleges to a particular university, autonomous colleges has been started up, and now the UGC has given a rule that 10% of the colleges must be comes under the autonomous. Of course, we achieved that landmark, in the point of aided colleges we have 126 aided colleges. Out of that 27 aided colleges are in the autonomous status, and out of 143 government degree colleges till now 12 colleges were made as autonomy and 3 more are in the pipeline. We may achieve it by the end of this academic year. And after that in 2014 we can say it is a very good beginning of the higher education system, and 2015 the Government of India and Minister of HRD has taken up a curtain raiser to introduce the choice based credit system and made it mandatory from this academic year. And now every teacher and the student and the principal has many doubts in their minds, what is CBCS system. As you know, many systems we come across, CBCS system and other systems also. And now right now today we have with us Dr. Anil Kumar Pedapati. He is working in the academic cell and he is dealing with the UGC, and he is also working in the RUSA, knowledge mission and different initiatives of the Government of India, Government of Andhra Pradesh. And I now welcome Dr. Anil Kumar to take up this issue of CBCS. It is a prestigious thing. The Government of Andhra Pradesh has introduced the CBCS system from this academic year onwards in the first year. Now, I welcome Anil Kumar, and please tell me and what this system. At present we have certain system of education, and see that if any system is lagging behind or any failures are there, then the new system will come up. And please enlighten and welcome. First of all, I welcome you to the studios of Mana TV, and viewers of the Mana TV are particular the principals, lecturers and the teachers working in the higher education system and the students in fact, and please explain them. They have many myths and misconceptions they have about the CBCS system, and please tell me what is the lagging in the present system, sir, please.
Very thank you, Dr. Srinivas Garu, and I welcome all the stakeholders from the higher education from Andhra Pradesh. And as you know very well that immediately after independence, immediately after 2 years from independence, there is an evolution of higher education system, particularly from 1949 onwards. There are so many commissions which my friend, learned friend already explained about different commissions, and now we are in a phase of expansion of higher education. As you all know that the expansion must be not only a simple expansion, but it should have equitable access towards higher education, because there are so many regional as well as the communal disparities are there. To bridge all the gaps, there are so many recommendations. One of the important recommendation is CBCS, that is choice based credit system. Of course, in AP, most of the autonomous colleges both in aided and as well as the government sector already implementing the CB system, but it is also extended to the all affiliated colleges which are under the higher education in Andhra Pradesh. Now, I welcome and really appreciate all the principals. Within short period of time, they are geared up to implement all the systems. What is the good and bad of the CBCS? Most of the CBCS system, it is very student friendly. Actually, earlier system, it is also many of our predecessor, they trained in the conventional system of education. Of course, it is good, but the CBCS is more advanced in terms of the teacher, in terms of student centric approach. Actually, if you compare the old system, that is what is lacking in already the conventional system, the present system is, it is basically a teacher oriented or teacher centric approach. And teacher never asks why am I teaching this, he goes as per the timetable only. And what will the students do after this exposure? They do not have any goal, they do not have any objective and aim. And what are the kinds of activities students should be engaged to have the learning opportunities? The conventional system, that is the present system, the learning opportunities are very limited and minimized. So, the CB system has come into force. Now, actually, what is lacking in the present system is there is a context based approach which lacks in the earlier system. Now, the context based approach can be integrated with this system. There are no opportunities for group work, or there is no opportunity for even individual work, there is no opportunity for data collection, field work, quiz and class test and community involvement. Now, the focus is on community involvement, because the education, that is particularly higher education, should reach and percolate to the community level to get the benefits or fruits out of this higher education. And coming to the different aspects of the present system is, there is no interdisciplinary approach. The mobility is very less, as well as the lack of multidisciplinary approach is also there. The lack of choices, the student has no choice, he has to fix his framework, and he has to, for example, a BSc student can only study the mathematics, physics and chemistry, but in CB system there are so many choices. And of course, we are at a primitive stage of CBCS. In the future course of time, within the 5 years, our college can be transformed into the cafeteria approach. CBCS, the cafeteria approach is more advanced when compared to the CBCS approach. Of course, we autonomous college may go within 3 years to this cafeteria approach, and no scope to introduce latest knowledge in the curriculum. There is a lot of new knowledge is there. India is experiencing new knowledge in software. We are the power in the world, and if you take the what you call the dividend, youth dividend to India, the India will certainly going to be the world capital in skill development very soon. And already the Satya Nadella from Microsoft and also Sundar Pichai from Google, they have become CEO, and they have demonstrated what India has in software. So India is in terms of new knowledge, like software, it may be software, it may be mining, it may be aquaculture related things, and in new knowledge India certainly have a say and will lead the world in coming future. So, learning goals of the course and learning objectives of the units and sub-units never enunciated in the old system, but it can be enunciated in the new system, that is CB system. Actually, what is the background of this CB system? Sir,
yes, very good. You have given elaborate thing about the background of this system, and I came to know that from your words that the quality of the teacher and the teaching, and the quality among the students, and the objectives and goals of the institutions, because these three are the stakeholders of the system in higher education. And I think we will discuss at length these things at the end of this session. And meanwhile, you please tell me why this Government of India is suddenly last year instructed the UGC to implement this CBCS from this academic year onwards. What is the background behind that particular thing, and please explain.
Very good question, sir. Actually, the focus is on expansion of higher education. There are so many committees recently. Of course, the Ashpal committee is there. There is committee by former UGC chairman, and also National Knowledge Commission recommendations are there. To ensure quality, the National Knowledge Commission has called for reform of existing universities. It may be establishing new universities or specialized universities or research universities, and also the strengthening existing universities as well as colleges to ensure frequent curricular revisions, introduction of course credit system, and enhancing reliance on internal assessment, encouraging research, and reforming governance of institutions. This is the basic motto of the expansion of higher education, sir. The background is the National Knowledge Commission.
Okay, Dr. Anil, now please enlighten our principals and the teachers about this, what exactly the CBCS system.
Okay, sure, sir. Actually, CBCS system, it is popularly called as a choice based credit system, and it has so many components like choices. A student can select variety of choices. It can be a discipline centric, it can be elective, it can be from core and non-core also, and this system can be fragmented as into semesterization. Earlier what is called the annual system is there, now it is semester. Each semester ends within 90 days, and 2 semesters, which is completion of 1 year, will be 180 instruction days, and there are different assessment criteria are there. Now assessment is not annual assessment, it is a continuous assessment, and it is not only a continuous assessment, it is also comprehensive assessment. That means the assessment is a all round assessment. It may be taken from the subject wise at subjective assessment. There are assignments, there are community work, there are extra curricular aspects also there in the assessment. All can be accumulated to give credits, and it is a credit system, it is having a credit system. Earlier what is happening is the student evaluation is based on the marks, but it is not on marks, it is credits as well as the letter grade system is there. So, each of the teaching hours per week can be converted into credits. We will come to next slide for the brief explaining of this, and there is also grading is also there. So, there is no stigma of failure system in this system CBS. So, it is very advantageous when compared to the conventional system. This is the brief framework of the CBS system, sir. And choice based credit system in the academic system includes from creation of from publication of notification for admissions onwards, there must be online application. Of course, so some colleges, autonomous colleges are already, they have approached, they have formulated online application system, and application reporting system must be there, and UG, PG and PhD can be through entrance examinations, and entrance exam schedule must be given early in advance. Then the hall tickets also generate online. The student can get all ticket fulfilling all the criteria, and examination center creation and admission seat matrix, everything is fixed in this CBCS system, sir.
Dr. Anil, you are saying that the teacher has to know that he has to shift from the teacher centric to the student centric.
Yeah.
Okay. You tell me that in the learning process, what is the importance of the CBCS system?
Very good, sir. The importance of CBCS system. That means a choice, there are a number of choices are there, particularly very important and foremost aspect is there is a choice for student, what has to study, what has not to study can be decided by the student itself. So, choice enables a learner to pursue any area of knowledge domain depending upon his or her interest. And also choice also widens the horizon of a learner's intellectual insight. For example, a BSc MPC student can be interested in learning bioinformatics. There is a choice, there is a flexibility of doing that course also. So, this is very important of the CBCS, choice based credit system, and there is no rigidity in the CBCS system. Earlier system there is a rigidity is there. One cannot transform, one cannot, there is no mobility also. So, here mobility is there, flexibility is there, and there is also recognition is there, and the provision of choice is an essential condition for broad basing a learner's profile across areas of knowledge. And the credits offer flexibility of learning at one's own pace. Credits can be earned in a shorter or expanded period depending upon the capacity of the learner. Provision of transfer of credit is a facility for students to move from one branch to another. This is very important aspect, sir. And the possibility of doing majors in more than one subject if provision of earning credit is available in the coursework. In interdisciplinary courses, credits can be earned by taking courses across departments and institutions. There is a mobility, sir.
Anil, one of my friends is saying that if any system is introduced, there must be some recce.
Yeah.
And I came to know that Vice Chairman UGC, Dr. Devraj, has conducted 8 meetings throughout India, and before starting this CBCS and made it mandatory from this academic year onwards. So, if we want to introduce the CBCS in any institution, any prerequisite conditions are required? If so, please tell me what are the prerequisite conditions that are?
Yes, sir, very valid question. And actually the universities need to notify which are under the control of university system, that all the affiliated colleges, all the colleges must be, there must be a semesterization system. That means the annual system can be converted into semester system, that is a semesterization process must be done. And in this system there is an important committee called as the Board of Studies committee. So, Board of Studies can be made mandatory, and there is a subject based Board of Studies, and this Board of Studies, in the Board of Studies the experts come together and they frame different syllabus. One important aspect of this Board of Studies is there is involvement of, or there is a participation of students also in the Board of Studies. So, they can frame their own syllabus, and this syllabus can be approved by the college chairman, then it can be introduced. So, there, apart from the core subjects, the Board of Studies can be held for different electives and also add-on courses, and each add-on course can give very valid input in terms of skill and other compulsory electives. This is one aspect, sir. And this syllabus shall be modularized. There is modular aspects. So, syllabus can be introduced in modules only, so that the student can feel easy when he learning modules. There is in between the semester system, there are 2 compulsory internal assessment programs are there. So, in internal assessment what is happening is the internal assessment paper can be set by the college itself, and there is a very there is a feel of easy for the student to write limited syllabus in a modular system. This is one important aspect. Thereby suppose there are 100 marks, for internal assessment it can be 25 marks or it can be 30 marks, and for external assessment there may be 75 to 80 marks can be given. Thereby we can assess student continuously and also comprehensively. This is one aspect. And credits on internal and external what you call evaluation can be calibrated, and there will be equivalence of the credits. This is about the some of the features of CBCS systems are.
Okay, Anil, are there any basic instruments of this CBCS? If so, please explain.
Yes, for testing there are so many instruments are there at all levels. For example, institutions to organize orientation programs for faculty on various dimensions of CBCS, and affiliating universities need to consider standardizing testing instruments for courses offered in the colleges. There are the grading in relation to CBCS. this one.
Basic instruments.
Okay. I think you are asking about the basic instruments.
Yes, yes, Anil.
Okay, there are a good number of 6 different types of instruments are there. One is called as flexibility, the equivalence, recognition, accumulation, and transfer and mobility. I will explain one by one what are different instruments of CBCS. All these instruments have uniformity within the quality framework, and there is also a diversity. So, coming to the flexibility, a student can earn more credits. Actually, what is the structure of the CBCS is the minimum is 120 credits and the maximum is 140 credits. Any student who earns 120 credits, okay, he is okay with that, but what about the meritorious students? Here the meritorious students, the CBCS enables to get more credits, thereby he can be projected as a more meritorious. For example, a student can opt for more number of elective as well as ability enhancement elective papers than proposed under the model curriculum of UGC. However, the total credit score earned will not exceed 140 credits for UG program. This is one of the instruments, sir. And flexibility, introducing a research component in undergraduate courses are also there, very important. There is a equivalence, the equivalence of credits in terms of academic inputs, method and level of instructions, learning objectives and outcomes, examination and evaluation method, the certification, grade scale and grade earned, prerequisites and co-requisites to register the course credits and prescribed textbooks and reference books. This is the equivalence. And coming to the recognition, a recognition of course credit is based on measuring and equating of diverse learning paths and learning outcomes in terms of comparability, applicability, quality, program or institutional accreditation, qualifications and experience, and knowledge of institution. This is about the recognition. And how these credits can be transferred. The transfer of credits is a system which allows students to move between program and institutions. So, it may be program to program, it may be between institution and institution, enables for acquisition of qualification or degree when a student changes goals and aspirations as a result of their course exposure. It is called as RPL, sir. That is recognition of prior learning. A prior learning, that is the traditional knowledge, can be recognized if it is certified through a skill sector councils, and there must be equivalence. That RPL can be credited equivalence, and it can be accumulated in the credits, that is 120 to 140 credits. So, what is accumulation? The accumulation of credit at different certification levels of qualification framework enables the mobility based on equivalence and recognition. This method allows a student to make a claim for exemption from a module. He can actually take exemption and access to a particular level of course of study, and it is RPL, that is recognition of prior learning, that is traditional knowledge. And coming to the mobility, it is a very important aspect in the CBCS also, it is very important instrument. The students' mobility across institutions and countries is to make knowledge and learning more accessible to each individual. That governs true cooperation, collaborations, relationships and partnerships to understand exceptionally rich culture, values and scientific advances through education, research, training for development of talented human resources. That is international dimension in the curriculum, networking among the institutions across the country and world are some of the instruments in CBCS, sir.
Dr. Anil, very good. Now, you have given a light on this CBCS system, and before going in depth to the structure of the CBCS system, please summing up and tell me the highlights or the gist of the CBCS to our viewers.
Okay. As you all know that there are so many highlights of CBCS. Earlier I also discussed what is the conventional system, what is the modern system of CBCS. There are some pitfalls in the conventional system which can be rectified in the CBCS. I elaborate some of the highlights which are in CBCS. Actually, to bring equity, efficiency and academic excellence in national higher education system by UGC, it was introduced. So, if you read the document of any knowledge commission or any document on CBCS or ROSA, there are 4 cardinal principles that are available in this. One is access. The access must be equitable access. That means higher education must be available for all the students across the regions, across the caste, creed, etc. And at the same time, you should not compromise with the quality of the higher education. At the same time, the quality must be protected by bringing all the national level and international institutions into at the merge. For example, the research institutions can be merged to share the knowledge of different universities and as also institutions, and there must be expansion. Now, if you read the recent report of National Commission on Higher Education about the GR, that is gross enrollment ratio, still it is at national level it is only 19.6% only. It is very shame after completion of independence. So, at least we have to reach GR at 50% level. So, if in lower sections, that is at primary or intermediate section, if the GR reaches 90%, it can be called as universal of education in primary sector. But the scales are downgraded in terms of higher education. If at all, if you reach the 50% of GR, it can be called as universalism higher education. So, expansion, in terms of expansion, we need to establish new institutions and we need to strengthen old institutions also. Students, depending upon their interest and aims, can choose interdisciplinary and intradisciplinary and skill based courses. So, nowadays even our Prime Minister is saying that India will become soon will become the skill capital of the world, and he also proposed a scheme called as Make in India program. So, we have to catch hold of that program, and AP, I think our children were very dynamic and very skillful, very resourceful persons. We need to bring all the skillful persons into the fold of skill development. So, one of the recommendations is if you study the BOC and community college concept, which is very popular in advanced countries, there must be only 40% regular theory syllabus and remaining 60% must be skill oriented and practical oriented. And Andhra Pradesh government is also in higher education, we are moving towards that, and many colleges in the coming days, BVOC, that is Bachelor of Vocational Courses, and also community colleges can be established, and all the existing institutes can be integrated with these courses to impart skill studies. And CBCS can facilitate the benchmarking of courses that are available throughout the world. For example, new knowledge can be imparted. Andhra Pradesh has got a very good infrastructure in terms of coastal areas, the coastal corridor, petro corridor, aqua corridor, everything is coming up. So, new knowledge, we have to invent new knowledge and we have to impart new knowledge to the children of coastal areas. Like this, there are so many highlights are there. Earlier I explained about the instruments of CBS that can be integrated in this, and all these are the highlights that are coming under the CBCS.
Okay, Dr. Anil, that you are saying that mobility and the flexibility is there.
Yeah.
And I came to know that UGC has given a document on the CBCS recently.
Yes. Yes.
And in that particular document, they explained the bachelor courses under the CBCS in India. Please tell me how many categories are there?
Sure, sir. And there are UGC also recognizing one important area of UGC is recognition of the degrees. So, as per the UGC, there are so many combinations of courses that are in Bachelors of Science, that is BSc courses and BA courses, BCom courses, and also others. I would like to dwell upon the arts and humanities. All the languages and all the social sciences comes under this arts and humanities. There are around 19 categories of subjects that are available in arts and humanities. Most of our colleges are doing well in this arts and humanities, but they need to impart skill. For example, in arts, for example, history, they need to impart a skill called as a tourism sector can be integrated with this. Like this, there are so many trades are also identified by UGC, around 80 trades are identified, and each college has to select different trades and they can impart the skill based on the local industry